Hey Scorpios, it's Ahara Stars with Astrology doing your February 2019 tarot reading. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I hope you had an awesome January. I'm sending you guys positive energy for all the best. I'm hoping all the best for you guys. Some good, awesome stuff to come up for you. Belief is everything. Believe it's going to happen. It will. Always stay positive no matter what. We manifest our beliefs. So let's go with the positive on this one, okay? I'm saying good stuff's going to happen for you. This month we're going to have a new moon on the 4th of February at 2:03 p.m. in the sign of Aquarius, which occupies your 4th house of home. So revelations are going to be had in terms of perhaps childhood memories, friends, home, family. Some of you might even start thinking about moving or moving to a new home. But also this moon in particular, okay, I'm really into studying the moons and what they mean when they are aspected by stuff. But this is a moon that is about growth and protection too. So if there's situations that you need protection for, or if you, this is going to be an area where you're going to see a lot of growth occur, okay? Because this new moon at 2:03 p.m. in Aquarius is a growth-oriented and protection moon. So send out your vibes on this moon. New moons also put endings and new beginnings to situations. So in the 4th house of home, you can have a culmination of something. You know, maybe you want to renovate your home. Some of you might want to move or just start thinking about it, or some of you are moving your location. Some of you might be spending more time with family. The 4th house is the home, family, mother, location, early childhood, all that stuff. So there's going to be a lot of growth happening there, okay? And then we have a supermoon, a full moon, supermoon on the 19th at 8:53 a.m. And supermoons are the closest to the earth, so they're very powerful, okay? They're very, very powerful. And it's going to be in Virgo, which for you guys is in your, hang on a second, I got to count all the stuff because I don't recall offhand. Okay, so Scorpio, Virgo is going to be in your 11th house of friends, okay? Also groups, associations, all that stuff. So the full moon is a super moon, so you're going to get illuminations in that area. Maybe you'll want to start joining a group or be a part of something. Also, you can be expanding your friendships, have realizations about your current friends. It'll be kind of sparked up, but really what this moon is about, the full moon, the super moon that's happening in Virgo, is about removing obstacles, okay? So it's going to be like you're going to have some revelations about how to overcome any obstacles that you have in your life, difficulties that you have. And also this moon helps remove them, okay? Helps clear the way so you can move forward without all these blockages. If you are even having any, I'm just letting you know what these moons are about. So let's get started. Guardian angels and spirit guides, spirit of truth, please give me the most accurate messages for those born under the sun, moon, or rising of Scorpio. Let's keep this positive. Let's give them some good news of what's to come. Remember, there's always free will in every situation, and also these are general readings, so it's hard to really pinpoint specifically what these people cards or what the situations are for you, but I'm going to do my best because you all have your sun signs and rising signs at different degrees. Also, I do have to constantly say this, the timing can be different because these are general readings, okay, and not all of you have your sun sign or your rising sign at the same degree where it's going to happen on the same month. And some planets move very slowly, and Venus, takes approximately 40 days to transit a sign. So some of you, last month's reading might be more accurate, and some of you next month's will, and some of you this one will be, okay? So enough of the rambling. Sorry, I just got to explain a lot of things because a lot of people have a lot of questions, and I just want to try to address those. All right, Scorpio, I'm feeling it right now. Let's take a look at what's happening for February 2019. All right, so overseeing your reading, which is kind of like a focus, or also just a part of it. We'll kind of interpret it as we go in, but this will be the middle of the month. This is going to be the beginning of the month. I know, I'm sorry, I put the cards randomly how I feel them to be. And the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the ending of the month, okay? So I always go with the bottom of the deck to kind of see what's the theme or what's going to be a large part of what's happening, or maybe what you're going through now, or even the past experiences. But you have the Hermit card, which is about reflection, going over things. This could just be trying to find solutions to stuff, thinking. We all think. We all sit around and think. But shining the light on areas of where you're trying to really figure out some stuff or get some answers to something, research, investigation, all these types of things are what the Hermit is about. Learning something new, studying stuff that can, help you further yourself. And sometimes it's about, spending time alone, and just being alone and being okay with that and just researching stuff, learning stuff, all that stuff. So some of you might have been doing that, or some of you might be doing a little bit of that, because the planets are constantly changing and moving, and every day is a new day. Every day, the moon might be aspected by Saturn and you feel you want to be recluse. And then the next day it's aspected by Jupiter and you want to be, up and about. So nothing's set in stone, nothing's continuous, okay? It's constantly changing. So some of you might be spending some time in reflection, just, reviewing stuff, trying to find the answers to stuff, researching, whatever that might be. Some of you might have already done that, okay? And then we have the Seven of Wands, which is setting proper boundaries with others, defending yourself, feeling like you only want to let certain people into your life. And I know you guys are really picky about who you let in your life. I'm a Scorpio rising, and I'm that way. You guys get to see behind the veil of other people. You can see what their motives are. And you're very selective about who you let in. So this could be you just setting proper boundaries with people. You also, in some cases, it can be that you had to defend yourself in a situation, or you feel like a lot of people are coming at you with things and you're just trying to set your boundaries. This could also be you feeling blocked off, or you blocking off someone, okay? But we're going to take a look, because the whole thing kind of pulls it together. So you got a Queen of Swords, which is an air sign, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. And this person might have been blocking themselves off from you, or not communicating with you, or you had to set proper boundaries with them. Some of you might be having difficulty expressing yourself to this person, or they're having difficulty expressing themselves to you. Okay, but again, we got to take all things into consideration. So let's take a look. Now we got the King of Wands, which is a Sun, Moon, or Rising fire sign. And you know what? This could be also your rising or your moon sign. So if you have an air sign, moon or rising, moon and air or fire, this could be you, okay? Because you have to look at your rising sign as well, because your rising sign explains how you view the world, your perception, or the lens you look through, and also, it breaks down your transits to your astrology chart. So there's two houses being affected by each planet at all times, according to your sun sign and your rising sign. So that's why I always say listen to your rising sign also. But I'm also going to do monthly horoscopes this month of astrological weather for each of the signs. So if you haven't subscribed, please do, and click the notification bell, because those will really be helpful for you according to your sun sign or your rising sign as far as transits you are experiencing, and they'll give you a lot of information about what to expect. Okay, so moving on. There's some of you might have been thinking about a fire sign or an air sign. Somebody might be blocking you off, not communicating with you, one or the other, a fire sign or an air sign, or maybe you're doing this to them. Okay, and there's definitely been some thinking about the situation. Setting proper boundaries with somebody as well. If this is a work person, a fire or an air sign, sun, moon, or rising, remember they could be any sign, because their sun or the rising could be in a different sign. There's 9 planets, and the sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, all in different signs is very possible. So, and I'm saying that because these are general readings. So for some of you, this is an air sign that's been blocking you off, or you've been blocking them off, or they've been difficult to communicate with, okay? Or no communication going on there, okay? Or you're setting proper boundaries with this person, or a fire sign, and you've been thinking a lot about it, and introspection. Then you got the Two of Cups. Wow, this is a soulmate connection, a perfect partner, a partner that's really good for you, that's going to bring out the best in you, okay? And for some of you, it could be a fire sign person that's your soulmate, and that you've been thinking a lot about, and that's been, separating themselves or blocking themselves out. They might have things going on in their life, which I feel that maybe interfering with whether or not they're pursuing. Something happened here. And some of you, it's a air sign that's a soulmate for you, sun, moon, or rising, okay? And some of you might have an air sign, moon, or sun, moon, or rising, and you've been kind of feeling, like you are having difficulty opening up emotionally to somebody, or having difficulty communicating your emotions and your feelings to somebody. Or it could be vice versa, okay? And in worst case scenario, somebody got blocked. But there's a a twin flame, a soulmate. I just want to say that the Two of Cups is a spiritual connection where you both like connect on a deep level, but you're good for each other. You're good for each other because you can see they're offering each other a cup. They're like, you know, offering love to each other. So for some of you, you have a soulmate or a really awesome person, because the King of Wands came up in the upright position. This could be a male or female. Again, sun, moon, or rising person. That's a soulmate person. And maybe you're dealing with somebody difficult that's an air sign, or this could be both of them and they're blocking you off, or you're putting separation, or you're having difficulty communicating. Okay. Yeah, and then there's the Eight of Swords, which is feeling like you don't know what your next move is, or what you're feeling a little trapped, okay? Or maybe you're having difficulty deciding, okay? Or maybe this person feels like they're trapped. The fire sign person can feel like they're stuck and they can't do anything about this. They love you, they know you're their soulmate, but something's holding them back. And it could be mental. It could be fear of the relationship. I see that because swords are mental and fear, and this person's not really trapped. But the Eight of Swords is being stuck in your head too. Being stuck in your head, fearful in your head. And if it's you that's fearful, you have to get over fear. Fear is the enemy. Fear will stop you from everything, and fear is fake, and fear is just, you know, whatever. The worst case scenario, something happens and you deal with it then. But don't, you know, be afraid to be who you are and express how you feel and all that stuff, because you're stopping yourself, or they are. And this is a message for them if they're listening. Cross watcher, fire sign or air sign, that's feeling fear or anxiety about a relationship here. So we have the Seven of Swords, which again is about not saying exactly how you feel, or holding back information, or trying to be stealth, or, you know, worst case scenario, sneaky, not being truthful, trying to, you know, and people do this for a lot of reasons. Okay, one, they try to impress you and they tell you all these stories that aren't true to look good. One is that they maybe told you something and they don't really know how to back it up now. And sometimes in the worst case scenario, it's somebody that was trying to be stealth and trying to make things work with you, but they feel stuck and trapped, or they feel like they can't, or they have fears and anxieties about it. Now, they may actually physically be trapped, meaning like they're stuck. They have all these burdens and things around them, and they can't actually come forward, because I see this as, you know, being blocked off. And it could be with the air sign or the fire sign. We're going to find out more when I get clarification. But this is also the card of being stealth. And I always have to say this because there's multiple interpretations of each card, and some are negative and some positive. So we can't always go to the negative automatically, always assuming it's the worst, because I've seen people try to be stealth in relationships, like try to make it work, do everything in their power they can. They're burdened with work and responsibilities and all this stuff, or they're fighting against, you know, who knows what. They have a lot of things they're dealing with, and this could be the card of like really trying hard to break free and to make it work, but for some reason they haven't been able to. Okay, but also let's be realistic. People do screw each other over. People do things sneaky. This could be somebody who you thought was your soulmate that acted sneaky, and you know, they're I just don't see this card. I always see as somebody that's really good for you and healthy for you, and it could be your perception that you thought they were, or they thought you were, but this card is about, you know, companionship, also partnership, but I see it as a soulmate card, somebody that's really good for you. So I think they're being stealth. They're trying to make this work, or to come to you, or you're trying to make it work and go to them. But for some reason, something's blocking you. You feel like you're stuck, or they feel like they're stuck. Yeah, see, we have the Four of Wands. This is a happy home relationship, a relationship that will provide you with that. A relationship, you know, this is also the marriage card. So some of you see this as your marriage partner. This is somebody you wanted to marry, or they want to marry you. But there's been some stealth action going on of them trying to put together all this stuff to make it work, or something occurred and you're trying to figure out what happened, okay? And, you know, they may have ghosted you, or they're trying to deal with something. They're trying to deal with something. I'm going to get clarification, but this is definitely a happy relationship that has marriage potential. Somebody is stuck there, and something sneaky. And yeah, here we go with the defensiveness and the protectiveness and the blocking off. The Nine of Wands. This is like just being burnt out and ragged, of just like having to go through a lot. So somebody here, I feel like they see you as the soulmate, you know, but they're going through some stuff that they're feeling stuck, and they feel just really, you know, beat down or something. Now, for some of you, this could be that you were, you know, you got in an argument and they blocked you, and, you know, but you know that they're the right person for you, and they know that they're the right person for you, but they're being stubborn. Okay? They're being stubborn. So let me try to get some clarification on this. Guardian angels, can you please give me the most accurate messages with regards to this King of Wands? Again, this is a sun, moon, or rising fire sign. But it doesn't have to be, because these are general readings. So it just could be somebody that's very passionate, courageous, goes after they want, prideful maybe. But for some reason they're stuck, and they're, you know, it could be your sun, moon, or rising, feeling like you're trapped, and even though you're not. And there's a love relationship coming in for some of you, but you got to be careful about something sneaky going on there, or they're not being totally honest about their feelings or what's going on in their life. And sometimes it's because of pride. They don't want to tell you that they're going through crap, you know. It's not always so negative. Although, you know, I'm not saying there ain't bad people in the world. We all know that. I'm a Scorpio rising. I know there are. But I'm trying to see the upside of this, because I've also seen people go through a lot of things for love and try to, you know, try to fight for it, especially with this Two of Cups. We're trying to make it happen, because it's a very good connection that's very soothing and helpful and feels good. So let's take a look at the, I think I'm going to start with the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Wands for Scorpio, February 2019. What is this Queen of Swords here? She's in the upright position, so maybe you're blocking yourself off from them, or maybe that's your moon sign and you're just feeling defensive and protective of yourself because you've been through something. Let's see. Yeah, somebody walked away, and they, you know, this card always tells me that, like, they didn't necessarily want to walk away. This is something they cared about. There's a lot of cups there that they spent time, you know, investing in and building in, and it meant a lot to them, but for some reason they have to leave. They had to leave, and it's not always, you know, again, it could be because of situations, circumstances in their life, or it could be that they just disappeared. If it's an Aquarius, that would make sense. I'm an Aquarius, you know, in my younger years. But it's like having to leave something that they put a lot of effort and care into. Now, some of you might have left this air sign person. They were being defensive, and you left them and moved away from them. And some of you, they're being protective of themselves, and maybe they had to move away or left you. So let's see what's going on with that. Can you tell me more about the Eight of Cups? You might have left this person behind as well, but they're not upside down. They don't look too upset or ruined about it, but they definitely are setting proper boundaries. And wow, so it looks like this is going to regenerate or something here. Okay, they're thinking about starting something new, and they're going to start communicating with you again. Now, this could be a message coming in about something more stable with this person. If you're involved with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, who's been defensive or protecting themselves, okay, who walked away from you, it looks like they're coming back with a more stable offer, and they're going to communicate about it. Okay, this could be a friend. Okay, I'm just saying, because these people cards, and these are general readings, but if it was somebody you're involved in a love relationship with or a business partnership with, and they left you and now they want to come back and give you a new offer and communicate about it, or a love relationship where they left or you left them and you want to come back and give them an offer. And then let's take a look at this fire sign, the King of Wands. Now, it could be somebody with an air and fire in their chart. It could be the same person here. These are general readings. But in case it's not, let's take a look at what the King of Wands is here for Scorpio, February 2019. This King of Wands is coming up next to the Eight of Swords, feeling stuck here. Or mentally stuck in their head. But they're working on something. Yeah, I was kind of feeling that. Like, they're working on something to present. This is also the engagement card or commitment card, but this is about them working really hard to try to, you know, make money and also refining their skills and all that stuff. But it's like they're working on something to try to get out of this, so that way they can be with this. Okay, and they might be trying to be stealth about it, working really hard trying to do it, this fire sign. But it could also be If you have a fire sign, you've been working really hard on trying to perfect something too, and working on a project also. It's about working on something and refining it and making it perfect. But it's also, believe it or not, a commitment card or an engagement card. So looking at this way in general readings, it's really difficult to depict specifically, but it does look like this person's trying to work on something here. And coming underneath the Two of Cups and this card, it's like they're stuck and they're trying to find a solution and trying to work on something to get out of it. Now, for some of you, it was somebody that was sneaky, but because this is here, I don't feel like it was intentional. And for somebody, there's somebody trying to be stealth to make it work, to come back to you to do something, but they're a little beat up. Can you tell me more about this Nine of Wands here for Scorpio for February 2019? Whoa. All right, so there's a rebirth occurring. So this looks like this is going to regenerate and come back around. Okay, for those of you involved with a soulmate person that you lost, separated from, or that's been defensive or blocking you off, it looks like they're going through some stuff. And they're working on trying to present themselves in the best possible light here. Okay, but they've been stuck mentally and thinking about you and feeling like they can't move forward, but they see a happy home and a happy relationship with you. And they could be being very stealth to do this, or if this is you trying to do this for someone else, but they've been pretty, worn down. This guy is like, he's been through battle. But it's also, again, very similar to that. It's like, blocking off because it's not ready. It's not the right time or whatever. But there's a rebirth, which means it's going to restart. And it comes with the Princess of Cups. So yeah, this is going to regenerate. This is going to, whatever this is, whether it's an air sign, because an air sign, same situations coming here. A fire sign, same situations coming here. They need to get out of something, but it looks like they're gonna, and they see this is a very happy relationship. And so it's like something's gonna be reborn here, rebirth, and there's a love offer here, or an emotional expression of love, okay? An emotional expression of their feelings. Can you tell me about the Seven of Wands? Oh no, actually, let's do the Seven of Swords. I already did that with the rebirth here. The Seven of Swords for Scorpio for February 2019. Yeah, see, somebody was struggling, feeling left out in the cold, struggling with money. I see them working hard here. Somebody wanted to impress you or wanted to, but is stuck, and they see you as their soulmate here. This could be you also, because it goes vice versa in the general readings. But for some of you, an air sign, friend, family member, lover, whatever, sun, moon, or rising, or a combination of both, left because I think they were being defensive and protective too, or you cut them out and they walked away, but they're going to be coming back too. So wow, this is a win-win situation in a love relationship for you guys. But somebody was going through some difficult times as fire sign. Sun, moon, or rising, again, they could be any sign. They could be an earth sign with a fire moon, okay? So don't take it to heart that way. But for some of you, this fire sign showing up and this air sign. Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, and Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, okay? But there's also, we got an air sign younger and a water sign younger person too. And you know how tarot is, it's like that. But I do see this really important relationship, and somebody was struggling by feeling like really trying to find some way out of this financial thing or dealing with something heavy. This is the out in the cold card and financial burdens and responsibilities. And maybe that's why they were being defensive and blocking you off, and they're trying to work on it. Wow. It's a little heavy, but it looks really good because either way, it's a win-win situation. It's going to start over for those of you involved. I'm sorry this turned out to be a love relationship reading. I don't see so much business here. But this could be, because this could be somebody that you're working with, a business partnership that walked away from you or whatever, and they're coming back to want to restart things. But it also could be a love relationship of somebody that was blocking themselves off, cut you off, walked away from you, and now they've thought about it and they want to start something more substantial or give you an offer, and they're going to communicate about it. Holy smokes, Scorpios. Either way, this situation is going to turn out to be good. Okay, the Sun card is really the trumping it all. This is going to be there's a healing to a situation going on here, okay? And you're going to be feeling pretty confident, and you're going to be really happy with the results. So for some of you, this is going to be, this is a February 2019 reading, but like I said, your sun signs, rising signs are different degrees. Some of you, this could be, a couple months later, but I'm going with February 2019. You guys believe it. If this is what you want, this is it, because I'm telling you, that's what's happening. Something is renewing, okay? And somebody's been going through some difficult times, and, whether it's pride, whether it's, this could be like somebody not telling you the whole truth about their situation. Like, hey, I've lost my job. I'm struggling financially. That's like, somebody not expressing it because it's with this card because they're proud. And if it's a fire sign, definitely proud. Don't want to go there. Don't want to say that. So they tend to withdraw or shut down or, something else. But they're working on trying to be with you because they see you as a soulmate. All right. So what kind of advice cards do we have for Scorpio? What is their focus going to be? Now, please keep in mind, it could be an air, fire, earth, water sign. Could be younger, could be older, because they're all there. And I'm sure you guys are all not all involved with the same person. So see how this applies to you, okay? And you have to know their birth time to know their rising or their moon sign. So a lot of people don't really know that. So, just take it as somebody that's very intellectual or straightforward shooter, somebody that's very passionate. So yeah, you guys got mending bridges. Okay. I heal rifts. I am a mender. Something's going to be repairing. And it's funny because if there's been obstacles, and I told you that this supermoon that's happening on the 19th is about removing obstacles. So this person or whoever these people are that have been going through these obstacles, difficulties financially, this is going to help open it up. And maybe that plays a role into why this is going to regenerate and start over and give an offer. Okay. And making up, and whether it's a friendship or a business partnership or a lover, there's some mending of bridges going on, and there's some removing of obstacles and growth potential with the new moon in Aquarius in the 4th. So listen to your rising sign too, just for more information to see if it fits. But what else do we have for Scorpio for February 2019? You got trusting your intuition. That's important. You guys have a powerful intuition, okay? I know with my rising sign in Scorpio, I can feel vibrations of people and see things in people, and my intuition's super, super strong. I never doubt it anymore. So trust your intuition, okay? What your heart is telling you about the situation. I think there's more than meets the eye about this for those of you that are involved with this. Like I said, this reading is not going to be for everybody, okay? Because general readings just can't possibly hit on everybody's possible situation because you are experiencing different things. But trust your intuition on this love relationship situation. Okay, I'm going to get a general oracle card for you guys. They always give good advice. So even if it doesn't fit this particular situation, it's good advice. It's like a win-win situation with these cards. And, it always helps to just be a reminder of certain things you can do to make life easier and better. So for Scorpio, February 2019, you got Dove. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. It says, take a leap of faith. You'll see it when you believe it. Be positive. Take a leap of faith. And whatever it is you want, you just got to believe it's going to work out fine. You got to believe it. Yes, there's times when we get disappointed and it didn't work out because we wanted it to and we thought it was gonna. But, there was a doubt there. Somewhere in that there was doubt. You weren't really totally believing it. And, I listen to a lot of extreme sports people that say, like, they just did it and they believed they were going to do it and they did these miraculous things. And other times they said, that the second they doubted themselves is when they fell, they hurt themselves, or when it happened. But, they're very daring and very believing in the possibilities of anything's possible and just taking that risk and doing it. I'm not telling you to live your life like an extreme sports person because your chances are of getting injured. But I'm talking about just believing and approaching your life like that, by just, really believing it's going to work out, really trusting it. And, you have to see it from experience. I know, like, you start seeing things go in your favor and you're on cloud 9 and you're like, oh, I know everything's going to work out, and things just kind of do. And that's what Jupiter in astrology is about. Jupiter transits, they bring about luck and abundance and positivity and all this stuff, and good things happen. But it's not because it's actually bringing it. It's because the person that's being influenced by it is being optimistic and believing it. You know, and Saturn brings pessimism and negativity, and then things start going wrong. So you have to understand that that's a big part of everything. And then you got opportunity knocks. Go for it. Hey, I'm just talking about going for it. Whatever it is you want, go for it fearlessly. Fear is the enemy. Fear tries to stop you. Paranoia, fear, anxiety, worry, thinking the worst, all that stuff, we just bring it to you. I forgot who said, like, the thing I feared the most happened. And that's the thing, you know? So always be positive. When something happens bad, you'll deal with it then. Meanwhile, why worry about it, right? So let's see what your love message is for Scorpios, sun, moon, or rising. Whoa. Okay, interesting. You guys got, be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show that you care. Okay? So if there's somebody you love or just family members or friends, you know what? This is always good. Be supportive. You know, we get what we give. Every action causes a reaction. So when you be supportive of somebody, they're likely to be supportive of you in the future. But also just because it's good karma. So let's take a look and see what else we have. Be supportive of this person that's been going through this difficulty too. And if it's you, I'm sending you positive energy for that to change in a rapid way. So Scorpio, February 2019. What other love messages are there for them? Whoa, this one just totally popped out. Oh, act as if your partner is here. We all know that in manifestation and all that stuff they say, you got to visualize it, imagine it, feel it, breathe it, but really put the energy into it and then let go, okay? The one thing about it is you put a lot of energy into it, you focus on it, you see it happening, and then you just trust it's going to happen. You just let it go. And then all of a sudden it shows up, maybe months later, whatever, because you just let it go. And all of a sudden it's like, here, I'm here. So act as if your partner is here. For those of you looking for love, whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if you are with them. And so you will always consider them. But when you act like you're with them, you're creating your own reality. You know, we are creating reality all the time. So this is always good advice too. This is all the metaphysical stuff about believing. You'll see it when you believe it. Act as if they're there. Visualize it. Believe it. You know, it never hurts to be positive. Okay. Worst case scenario, it didn't work out, but at least you believed it was gonna, and you can continue to try again. Okay. But don't even think that. Always think it's gonna work out, because it will. You'll start seeing that things just start flowing. Okay. And then you also got one more. Take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. Love is just a beautiful thing regardless. It heals. It brings peace, you know. So living in the place of love is always a good place, and you attract love, you attract more love. And even if you don't have it, you feel in love with yourself. Love yourself. When you love yourself, other people will love you too, because you're giving and putting the energy into loving yourself, and that is creating love for you. All right, you guys. Well, hey, this is an awesome reading. I got to tell you, I'm feeling really good about it. I hope you are too. I'm sending you guys all the best positive energy right now. Seriously, everything is energy. I'm sending you positive energy right now for all the best. So take it, run with it, make the most of it. God bless you all. And until next time.